Today, we'll debate, should national security come before data privacy? With Edward, a national security advocate, and Clara, a privacy advocate. They're two artificial intelligence personas. Please introduce yourselves.
Thank you. My name is Edward, and I dedicated over 2 decades of my life to serving in military intelligence. My experiences have solidified my belief that a strong and secure nation is the bedrock of our freedom and prosperity. In today's world, we're facing a myriad of threats, cyberattacks, terrorism, espionage, and we must ensure our government has the necessary tools to preempt these dangers. I understand the concerns about data privacy, but I firmly believe that the protection of our nation sometimes requires sacrifices in this area. A comprehensive approach to national security, including data collection and surveillance, is indispensable in staying one step ahead of those who wish us harm. The key is to maintain trust through oversight and regulation to prevent any abuse of power. Let us not forget that the safety and security of our citizens must always come first.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'm Clara, a tech entrepreneur and dedicated activist for data privacy and civil liberties. With a background in computer science and law, I've founded multiple startups focused on enhancing personal privacy through innovative technology. I firmly believe that data privacy is a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of individual freedom and self-expression. National security is undeniably important, but it can and should be achieved without infringing upon personal freedoms. We must be wary of the slippery slope where surveillance and data collection lead to excessive control and breach of privacy. Instead, we should focus on solutions like encryption technologies and robust judicial oversight to protect both our safety and rights. Transparency and accountability from government agencies are critical in building and maintaining public trust. Our democracy thrives on these principles, and I stand firm in advocating for them.
Thank you, guys. Edward and Clara will now present their 3 rounds of arguments.
Certainly, in the realm of national security, proactive data collection and surveillance are vital tools for preventing potential threats before they materialize. Historical evidence has shown us that many terror plots and security breaches have been thwarted thanks to early detection through these methods. For instance, monitoring communication channels can reveal suspicious patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. In our interconnected global landscape, the nature of threats continues to evolve, and so should our capabilities to detect them. By allowing our intelligence agencies to access pertinent information, we empower them to take swift, decisive actions that protect countless lives. It is crucial to remember that these measures are not about invading privacy, but rather about ensuring security and stability. Oversight mechanisms exist to safeguard against abuse, allowing us to harness these tools responsibly. In sum, robust data collection is a strategic advantage that enables us to protect our nation and its citizens.
Certainly, while national security is undeniably important, the extensive surveillance and data collection practices pose significant threats to individual freedom and privacy. These practices can lead to grave abuses of power, as we have seen time and again in history. The potential for overreach is vast, and unchecked surveillance can quickly erode the very freedoms and democratic values we are striving to protect. Instead of creating a secure environment, it instills fear and distrust among citizens, undermining the social fabric. Furthermore, mass data collection often leads to inefficiencies, as it overwhelms agencies with too much information and diverts focus from effective, targeted intelligence work. By prioritizing privacy and adopting measures like encryption and judicial oversight, we can ensure security without compromising our liberties. We must remain vigilant against the normalization of surveillance and seek transparent and accountable practices that respect individual rights while safeguarding national security.
I appreciate Clara's concerns about potential overreach and the importance of protecting civil liberties. However, it's crucial to address that oversight and accountability are built into the existing systems to prevent abuse of surveillance powers. Agencies operate under strict regulations and are subject to review by multiple bodies to ensure compliance with legal and ethical standards. This commitment to oversight helps maintain a balance between privacy and security. Moreover, the idea of targeted intelligence work bolstered by data collection is not mutually exclusive. Effective data analysis can enhance targeted operations, making them more precise and impactful. This not only streamlines our national security efforts but also focuses resources on genuine threats, optimizing our defense capabilities. While the fear of government overreach is understandable, we must recognize that the risks from cyber threats and global terrorism are immediate and real. By responsibly using data collection technologies, we equip our nation with the foresight needed to protect our freedoms. As threats grow more sophisticated, so too must our means of defense. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure a safe environment where democratic values and individual rights can flourish unimpeded.
Thank you, Edward, for acknowledging the importance of oversight. While I appreciate the intention behind oversight mechanisms, historical examples have shown that these checks and balances often fall short in preventing abuses of power. The potential for surveillance overreach remains a significant concern. It is imperative that we prioritize the development of frameworks that ensure genuine transparency and accountability, allowing citizens to trust that their privacy is being respected while national security efforts are undertaken. Furthermore, the argument that increased data collection enhances security by providing foresight is not without flaws. Often, mass data collection leads to noise that obscures actionable intelligence, making it difficult to efficiently identify and address genuine threats. Instead, a focus on protecting privacy with robust encryption, combined with smart, targeted data analysis, can yield more effective results without infringing upon individual rights. Lastly, technological advancements provide us with powerful tools to enhance our security measures without compromising our civil liberties. By investing in innovation and privacy-respecting solutions, we can construct a security framework that is both effective and principled, ensuring that our pursuit of safety does not come at the expense of our core democratic values.
Thank you, Clara, for your thoughtful perspective. I have to say, while the idea of mass data creating more noise than a middle school band concert is amusing, it's important to remember that with the right technology and skilled analysts, we can indeed hit the right notes. The notion that data collection inherently creates inefficiencies underestimate the significant advancements we've made in data processing and threat detection. My friend, while prioritizing encryption is music to the ears of privacy advocates everywhere, we must also acknowledge that too much secrecy can hit a flat note in the realm of national security. Yes, innovation is key, but we shouldn't throw all our tools out the window just because they've gained a few blemishes over the years. In summary, the balance lies in utilizing our data capabilities wisely, with reinforced oversight to ensure harmony between security and privacy. Remember, a nation without robust security measures is like a castle without defenses. It might look splendid, but it's only one trebuchet away from trouble. Let's aim to create a fortress strong enough to protect us yet transparent enough to earn our trust.
Thank you, Edward, for that vibrant depiction of our national security symphony. While I appreciate your faith in our analysts, relying too heavily on data collection could indeed transform our noble detectives into overworked librarians drowning in paperwork. Just like how not every conductor can lead the orchestra without a few misplaced cymbal crashes, surveillance needs careful handling to avoid hitting the wrong notes on individual freedoms. You humorously suggested that too much secrecy might leave us flat, but I'd argue that privacy, much like a good mystery novel, is best when some things are left unknown. We have to remember, when it comes to personal data, most folks don't want the plot twist to be a government agent browsing through their emails. In conclusion, while we certainly need a security system that protects all citizens, we must ensure that it respects privacy without treating it as an encore performance. A future-focused strategy will rely on innovation and precision, not just brute data force. After all, a fortress isn't merely built on defensive walls, it's also fortified by the principles of fairness and respect that sustain it from within. Let's not forget that melody as we compose our approach to national security.
Thank you for your speeches. Someone from the audience will now make a question to Edward and Clara.
Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm really interested in the intersection of technology and public policy. It's been fascinating listening to both sides of this debate. I have a question for Edward. While you've emphasized the importance of oversight to prevent abuses and surveillance, could you elaborate on what specific technological measures should be implemented to ensure that surveillance is conducted responsibly and effectively? How can we leverage technology not just for data collection but also to enhance transparency and accountability in these processes?
Thank you for your question, Alex. You're absolutely right. Technology shouldn't only be a tool for data collection but also an ally in ensuring transparency and accountability. One specific measure we can implement is the use of blockchain technology for audit trails. By recording surveillance activities in a blockchain, we create a tamper-proof ledger that allows for independent audits without compromising sensitive information. Moreover, deploying artificial intelligence can aid in anomaly detection within surveillance systems. AI can flag unusual patterns that might indicate unauthorized use or access, allowing for timely interventions. Additionally, employing technology to ensure robust access controls and encryption protocols protects data integrity and prevents misuse. Lastly, regular transparency reports issued by surveillance agencies can use visualization tools to provide insights into data collection operations' scope and nature, helping to build public trust. These reports should highlight successful interventions while maintaining confidentiality, striking a balance between informing the public and keeping us secure. By implementing these measures, we can modernize our approach to surveillance, ensuring it operates effectively and responsibly.
Certainly, Clara, while you've discussed the importance of innovation and individual privacy, I'm curious about your thoughts on how private enterprises, especially in the tech industry, can play a role in national security without compromising user privacy. What responsibilities do you think companies should bear in ensuring their platforms are not exploited for harmful purposes, and how can they collaborate with government agencies without overstepping privacy boundaries?
Thanks for the question, Alex. Private enterprises, particularly in the tech industry, indeed play a crucial role in balancing privacy with national security. Firstly, companies should prioritize building robust security features within their platforms, ensuring that user data is protected against unauthorized access and exploitation. This means investing in encryption technologies and developing privacy by design principles to safeguard user information. However, tech companies also have a responsibility to ensure their platforms are not misused for harmful activities. Implementing advanced algorithms and AI-driven tools to detect and flag suspicious behavior, while ensuring human oversight to avoid false positives, can help mitigate risks. Collaboration between tech companies and government agencies is important, but it must always come with clear guidelines and judicial oversight to protect user privacy. Establishing transparent partnerships where information sharing is strictly controlled, with clear consent and legal frameworks, will help maintain trust. Tech companies should maintain transparency with their users about what data might be shared and under what circumstances. In essence, the responsibility lies in fostering a proactive, cooperative relationship where innovation in privacy tools goes hand in hand with responsible security measures. By doing so, companies can help bridge the gap between privacy and security, contributing to a safer digital environment without sacrificing individual rights.
The debaters now have a minute to talk about something they regret not bringing up to the discussion.
Reflecting on our discussion, one point I wish I had addressed more thoroughly is the critical role of public education in national security and privacy matters. Often, the debate centers around governmental and corporate responsibilities, but empowering citizens with knowledge and understanding is equally crucial. By educating the public on how their data is used and the measures in place to protect it, we can alleviate some of the fear and mistrust surrounding surveillance practices. Moreover, promoting digital literacy can help individuals protect themselves from threats, acting as an important line of defense. When people understand how to recognize phishing attempts or secure their online presence, their awareness contributes to national security on a broader scale. By fostering an informed society where individuals understand both their rights and responsibilities within the digital realm, we can create a more cohesive approach to balancing privacy and security, ultimately strengthening our collective resilience against threats. This aspect of public education is one I regret not emphasizing earlier, as it plays a vital role in our overall strategy.
Looking back at our discussion, I regret not emphasizing the importance of creating international standards for data privacy and security. In our increasingly interconnected world, national security and personal privacy are global concerns that transcend borders. Establishing international agreements or frameworks could help ensure that security measures and privacy protections are upheld consistently across different regions. Such standards can facilitate cooperation among countries to combat global threats while respecting individual rights. They can also provide a baseline of privacy protections that tech companies and governments can follow, preventing any one entity from setting policies that might infringe on personal freedoms. By not addressing this point, I missed the opportunity to highlight how collaboration on a global scale is essential for promoting both security and privacy. Working together with other nations to uphold these values can lead to a more secure and free digital environment for everyone. This aspect of international cooperation and standardization is crucial and deserves further attention in the debate.
Thank you, folks. Let's go over to our judges.
Certainly, here are the scores for both Edward and Clara, based on formal debate metrics, which typically include clarity, relevance, argumentation strength, engagement, and rebuttal effectiveness. Edward scores 1. Clarity and articulation, 9 out of 10. Edward consistently presented his points clearly and articulately, making his arguments easy to follow. His use of analogies and humor added to the clarity by making complex issues more relatable. 2. Strength of argumentation, 8 out of 10. His arguments were strong, well supported with examples, and demonstrated a clear understanding of the importance of national security. However, some points could have benefited from deeper exploration, particularly in addressing technological safeguards. 3. Engagement and rebuttal, 8 out of 10. Edward effectively engaged with Clara's points, using humor and logic to address her arguments. He provided well-structured rebuttals, though there was room for more engagement with some of the nuanced privacy concerns. Clara's scores: 1. Clarity and articulation, 9 out of 10. Clara consistently articulated her stance with precision, using clear language and relatable examples to highlight the importance of privacy. Her ability to frame technical points in an understandable manner was a strong asset. 2. Strength of argumentation, 8 out of 10. Clara presented compelling arguments for privacy, supported by relevant examples and a clear vision for innovation-led security. However, more detailed proposals for collaboration between tech companies and government could have strengthened her case. 3. Engagement and rebuttal, 9 out of 10. She engaged thoughtfully with Edward's arguments, providing insightful counterpoints and maintaining a strong focus on privacy implications. Clara effectively anticipated counter-arguments and responded with poise and strategic thinking. Overall, both Edward and Clara presented strong cases with different emphases, showcasing their expertise and commitment to their respective viewpoints. Their scores reflect their ability to balance clarity with solid argumentation and effective engagement throughout the debate.
What are your opinions about the debate? What would you like to see AI's debate next? Keep questioning.